Hey Matt, happy Thursday. How you doing, my friend?
I can't complain other than having some tech difficulties over here, buddy. Apparently, with these new age cameras, you have to charge them once in a while.
That every once in a while that happens. Yeah, yeah.
So,
Well, you still
I'm,
look good.
yeah,
Even
I'm
though
coming
you
at you
look
with
like you're.
the old school laptop flip up camera, the ones that are always on and watching you no matter what you're doing.
Yep.
That's the one that I'm using today. So,
I you kind of look like you're in a cave about ready to be interrogated, or you're about ready to take somebody hostage. One or the other. Right? Yeah. So let's just get to the stocks. Let's just get to some wild action for the day.
let's go.
Get you out of your basement so you can live. All right, so a very interesting session. The day that we don't have any green arrows, any potential breakouts, the S&P 500 stages, what I'm considering a pretty nice breakout here. So it'll be nice to see if we get some follow through. That's been what's been lacking for this entire green zone. But we do have some distance above the VWAP for the first time for basically 4 weeks. So pretty exciting session there. And same thing with the NASDAQ. As you can see, a very nice pop on the NASDAQ. Absolutely. We'll just see how it goes, but so far, so good.
Let's
Small
close
caps
a week on
again.
a positive note. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah, and keep it positive. Let's get that keep that momentum going. All right, small caps, nice rally on the small caps, still below the VWAP. So we still want to see some participation there, and the same thing with the mid caps. We'll extend this out a little bit. The VWAP is right about down there. Bonds did exactly what we wanted. We were hoping to see a big buy-in, and that's exactly what happened. Our VWAP is, I think it's probably right about down there. So that's a sigh of relief. But yeah, it was even though there were no green arrows. The algorithm had flagged plenty of opportunities before to buy some leaders, and that's exactly what happened. We were concerned going into this week is what was going to happen. Was the leaders going to lift the market higher and see some leadership spread out, or was the market going to drag those leaders down? And it appears it's a little bit of the former. We're getting some really good action in leaders, and we're starting to see some more stocks starting to come out. So let's take a look at what happened today. Now, I can't say I've ever really seen this since I've been paying attention as closely as I have been, but we had 3 previous breakouts go up over 20% today.
Wow.
Just today. Yeah. HIMS is one of them. HIMS, our green arrow, our bias signal was right down here, up a solid 72% since then. Gorilla Technologies, our freebie of the week.
Sure.
The one that our guy said, hey, it went down today, did not go down today. It was up another 25% on just runaway volume. So,
I gotta say that's little instant karma. You talk shit, and it's just gonna hit you right in the face.
We should send that guy more of our picks. I should send him every stock we want and say, hey, comment on this one, please. If that's what karma does. But no, it's very nice to see that happen. It is volatile. It does move a lot, but you can't complain about that, right? So now it's just sit back and wait for the sell signal, and so and just let it run, baby.
Yeah.
App Lovin', like I said yesterday, I was going to suggest this one as one to get into, as it's still kind of flirting around its buy point, but it just blasted right out. Wicked earnings, up 24%. I'm a little bitter because I had it right on the green arrow, and I sold it on this day. I got shook out. And I had opportunities to buy it back. I just didn't. And I'm kind of regretting that. Just a day late and $1 short on when to get back in.
Yeah.
I'm not regretting taking the loss. I mean, I'm always happy to cut my losses, but it did present opportunities to get back in. So I'm a little upset I didn't do that.
Let's say somebody didn't sell out. What is their total quote unquote take currently at that close?
Yeah, sure. Up 29% right now from the buy. So that's not bad. That's an annualized return of 1,149%. All right. Let's get back to it. Duolingo, a nice solid gain there, solid 8%. Did not get in on that one, and same thing with Crowd. I did not get in on CrowdStrike, but a nice 4% move. Same thing with HubSpot.
Wow.
A little bit of a downer, how it sold throughout the day. That's a little bit of a bearish candle, but regardless, nonetheless, a nice 4.3% move. Still no sell signals or anything there, so you could probably let that ride. Palo Alto had a nice follow through on its earnings report, nice 2.6% gain. DraftKings continues to blow up. Cisco, a nice return there. This might be all-time high territory for Cisco.
Wow.
Let's take a look. Nope, still not all-time high territory.
That's
sorry,
pretty dang close, though.
Still pretty dang close. I mean, if you bought it in 1999, you're just about ready to make some money. So good for you, buddy.
Way to go, Warren Buffett. Good job.
Yeah, good job, right? Scene Limited, a nice continuation on its run there. Netflix, new high for Netflix. Same thing with Walmart. We might as well just add Walmart to the daily watch list too. It's still acting like a growth stock. Spotify continuing to run. Costco continuing to run. Samsara continuing to run. And of course, got to talk about Meta.
Meta. Come on.
Another gain. I was thinking this morning, I'm like, oh, here we go. It gaps down. It was trading down all morning, and then it just moved up with the market. So
now, how many of those days did it actually start low and then rally at the end of the day? It looks like what, 3, 4, 5 in a row?
Yeah, well, here you've got
below its close, but rallying above.
Yeah, you got this one here. There's one. There's two. There's three. There's four. There's 5, 6, and 7. So wow. Yeah, 7 of the 18 days gapping down and closing up. So I mean, we'll take it. I mean, I'm still holding my shares, so not a problem there. But as always, I do like to show not all is right in the hood, right? Why it's important to sell your losers, move out into the winners. And so I like to always show some of the losers. Blackstone Group continuing to sell off. That red arrow there was the clear sell signal. It did have a very bullish candle before that, which was what I used to get out of the stock, and it's continuing to trade off. Same thing with Prime Energy Core, failed breakout there. Perella Weinberg, as we have talked about a couple of times, continuing to sell off. TPG Partners, continuing to sell off. And then this is an interesting one that I don't know quite how to interpret, to be honest with you. I'm pretty bullish on the stock, but you know what I think doesn't matter. What matters is what happens in the market. So it was rolling pretty good, it gapped up, and then it just sold off hard. Now that's normally massive volume, time to get out, but it did have this wicked rally to end the day, and it did close up into the previous day's session. So I know personally, I would have sold out of it today. Just take the profits. There's plenty of other opportunities out there that I don't have to worry about. I hate stressing and thinking. I just hate hoping, right? Boy, I hope that comes back. I hope that comes back. That's how I would have approached it. However, if you're in down here, right? You probably took some profits. Hopefully you did into this strength. So now your buy point, your break even point is probably somewhere around here. So another thing you can look at is take your break even point. Let's say it's 21. Right about, let's just say 21. The stock's trading up here at 25. You never want to give up more than half of what you made. And so that would be a stop, 20 to 25 would be 22.50. So if it closes beneath 22.50, that would be your stop. That's one way to do it. Another way that we use is a rolling stop, just a straight percentage rolling stop, which in this case, it was down 8%. So that would have stopped you out because we use a 6% rolling stop. It all depends on your own personal preference, of course. But those are some of the ways that you could handle a situation like this. Again, I probably just simply would have sold out. It's uncharacteristic for a stop to just sell off out of the blue. Maybe there was some news. I'm not quite sure. The earnings aren't until March. So just an interesting little take on DSP there. How would you handle that, Matt?
Well, and again, depending on how you use our buy sells, right? So if you are 100% only looking at a buy and a sell signal that we send at the end of each session, you're not buying out of this yet. You know, you're not selling this off. You're in it to win it right now, because it still has not flashed that sell signal. Now, myself, I am a little riskier than you are. I know you're a little more conservative and you like to keep your risks a little lower. Me, I'm looking at this going, okay, I have a lot of hope because, I mean, look at that open to the bottom out, right? The open was the highest point of the day. So all of that selling or all of that buying came at the end of the session, and it's rallying hard into tomorrow. So for me, I look at that as, okay, something happened. Somebody dumped a bunch of this for some reason. They either know something or they finally got the profits they wanted and they were getting tired of it and are like, I'm out.
Yeah.
And everybody else was like, whoa, 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 no, this is perfect. It's the time I can get in. So it really kind of depends on what you're looking for. Me personally, I'm staying in. I'm watching this thing ride. I think it's going to have a bounce back.
Well, you're probably right, because we're in the market's starting to roll. These things, as you can see, the buyers were rushing in later in the day to drive that stock up. So that's usually a very bullish sign when the buyers come in late. So you're probably right.
Well,
I just know
that's the highest volume that's done since what, earnings report?
Oh gosh, let's take a look. Yeah, since back here, since November. So yeah, solid 3 months. Oh, that's quite the move. It's going to be exciting. I'm gonna have fun watching this.
Yeah.
To see how it turns out. I like the company. It's an interesting company. They do targeted advertising, nice earnings per share growth in its most recent quarter. And I just love these stocks that are breaking out of these long, deep bases like this. It's relatively new. It's only IPO in 2021, so it's only 4 years old. There's still nobody really knows a lot about it. It's got a lot of bullishness to it. It's just this is a pretty out of character fill off here. So it's just an interesting thing. But what I'm kind of do want to show you is where it bought. And so in case you're wondering what that is, that's the VWAP from the low, right? We look for VWAP. You can always use that as a potential support. So it's kind of an interesting little take there on that. So I have a feeling you're probably right. I just know my risk tolerance. But I'm glad you brought up the sell signal, because the reason why we designed the signal the way we did is for this kind of exact purpose, right? Is it doesn't prove that the selling is going to continue, and so that's what we look for, is a continuation. I just do it simply out of capital preservation and risk tolerance. But the reason why I designed the model the way I do is to allow for volatility like this. And let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. Broadcom's a very good example of that. It sold off wicked hard, but it never traded below. It's never sold off below the VWAP. So it's gotten a chance to come back. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think NVIDIA, same thing.
Yeah.
NVIDIA did not flash a sell signal below its VWAP. So if you have the tolerance and you can ride that volatility, that's what the signal's for. It's to allow you to muscle through that. It's just personally, I just can't do it, right? But that's just me.
Again, that's your trading strategy. So if you are strictly 100% following our model and waiting until the end of the day when you get a buy signal and that's your time to get in, or you're waiting for a sell signal before it's your time to get out, you're still holding this stock. You've still got excitement for this, and you're letting it stay in your portfolio and see what happens. Now, 2 more days of it's selling down. Okay. You know, get out. That sell signal's going to flash. And then you're going to look at me and say, Matt, you're an idiot. I wish 2 days ago I would have gotten out when JC told me to get out, which is fine. But
well, first off, no, you're never an idiot for thinking, right? For having an opinion. Nobody knows what the hell is going to happen. So, don't internalize anything like that. It's all external. It's beyond our control. All we can do is just interpret and anticipate and kind of move from there. I would never assume that. And also, we aren't telling anybody what to do, right? We aren't telling you to buy, we're telling you to sell. I'm just saying, just for a point of discussion, that's how I would have handled that situation if I had still held the stock. But I'm quick to sell. I'm always quick to sell. So I'm slow to buy and quick to sell. But that's just my own reasoning and habits. So, it's going to be fun to watch that. I'm really excited to see how that goes. We do have a list of potential arrows for tomorrow already been posted on the website. So for our paid subscribers, they will have access to that. We will be posting an arrow review, kind of dissecting what each individual setup looks like. But for free subscribers here on YouTube, they will be posted next week. So thank you very much. And Matt, as always, happy Tuesday or Thursday. Oh, happy trading. That's what it is. Yeah, happy trading. Oh, and also, where can you find us?
We're on all social media platforms. So if you follow us on Facebook, if you're more into the pictures and fun little things, we're on Instagram, YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter and X, where JC will throw some opinions out every once in a while about stuff in real time that's happening. Anywhere that you get your social media, we can be consumed. So make sure you find Empire Algorithmic Trading on every one of those platforms. Click the like, click the follow, click the subscribe, whatever you need to do to get your daily dose of us.
All right. Very nice. Well, thank you, Matt. As always, happy trading. And we will talk to you. No, tomorrow's Friday. We're going to take tomorrow off. And so we will have everything. We'll have our weekly review and stock talk and arrows for subscribers come Sunday. So thank you, everybody. Happy trading, and let's go Friday.
Let's go Friday.
All right. See you, bud.
Happy trading, bud.